Another story is related in the book of Daniel. During the 3rd year of King Jehoiakim's reign in Judah, King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon came to Jerusalem and besieged it. The king ordered Ashpenaz, his chief of staff, to bring to the palace some of the young men of Judah's royal family and other noble families who had been brought to Babylon as captives. Select only strong, healthy, and good-looking young men, he said. Make sure they are well versed in every branch of learning, are gifted with knowledge and good judgment, and are suited to serve in the royal palace. The king assigned them to a daily ration of food and wine from his own kitchens. They were to be trained for 3 years, and then they would enter the royal service. Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah were 4 of the young men chosen, all from the tribe of Judah. But Daniel was determined not to defile himself by eating the food and wine given to them by the king. He asked the chief of staff for permission not to eat these unacceptable foods. Now God had given the chief of staff both respect and affection for Daniel, but he responded, "I am afraid of my lord the king, who has ordered that you eat this food and wine. If you become pale and thin compared to the other youths your age, I am afraid the king will have me beheaded." Daniel spoke with the attendant who had been appointed by the chief of staff to look after Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. "Please test us for 10 days on a diet of vegetables and water," Daniel said. "At the end of the 10 days, see how we look compared to the other young men who are eating the king's food. Then make your decision in the light of what you see." The attendant agreed to Daniel's suggestion and tested them for 10 days. At the end of the 10 days, Daniel and his friends looked healthier and better nourished than the young men who had been eating the food assigned by the king. So after that, the attendant fed them only vegetables instead of the food and wine provided for the others. So that passage showed that there were health benefits to eating only plant foods, and it was a diet that Daniel and his friends wanted to continue even after the 10 days. Eating the king's food was unacceptable to them, probably because it contained foods that were forbidden by Jewish law, and he also wanted to honor God in his choices. So those are just a few of the Bible passages that show that veganism is compatible with Christianity. And I'm not saying at all that eating meat is a sin. Certainly those who don't have a choice, we can't condemn. Like, we can't condemn others for the choices that they make, whether it's because of their environment or their financial situation. But I think that whenever we have a choice, we should make the more ethical choice, and the choice that is better for our health and for the environment, because I'm sure that God wants us to look after the environment. And he also says in the Bible that we should be looking after our health, because we are like God's hands and feet on the earth. And if we don't take care of ourselves, how are we meant to take care of other people or make a difference in this world? So we can maximize our influence if we are healthy. Another thing to think about for Christians is the concept of compassion and mercy. It's not a matter of whether humans are more valuable than animals, but that we are all valuable. You have to ask yourself, is the way that you are eating destroying the environment, and is it compromising your health? And if your answer is yes, then I think you need to reconsider your choices. Do push yourself to become more informed about the choices that you make. Be conscious of where your meat comes from. I know that some people are get very defensive about it, and they just don't want to know, but I think you have to know. And it's just irresponsible to not know where your meat comes from. And if you're going to eat meat, you should know how it is slaughtered. You should watch videos of it and then ask yourself, are you comfortable with still eating meat? So as a Christian, I believe that we are saved by grace. We're not saved by our own good works. So it's not really about being perfect. It's not like just because you're a vegan, you're a better Christian. It's just that it is better for the environment, it's better for your health, and I think it's a way that we can serve God better and that we can serve other people better. And we are called to be a light of the world. I think it's a good testimony if we're able to be vegan, and we can change the world in so many ways. Being vegan is one of them. And I know many Christians are excelling in a lot of areas in life, like business and relationships and doing great things, but health and responsibility to the environment seems to be taking a back seat, and I don't think it has to be that way. If we can just try to get back to the ideal of what God intended, then I think that's a step in the right direction. And if you want more information about the health benefits of being vegan or just becoming plant-based in your diet, then I recommend checking out Forks Over Knives, which is a documentary that's available on Netflix and iTunes if you're in the US. I recommend also checking out the lectures by Dr. Michael Greger of nutritionfacts.org. There's also a film called Vegucated, which is on YouTube, and you just type it in and you'll get to it. And also, if you want, you can check out my other videos, such as the ones on protein and the Authority Nutrition Smackdown series. So there's some information on there about the health benefits of being plant-based. And there's other documentaries that I recommend watching that even I haven't watched yet, but I've heard that they're good. There's Earthlings, if you want to know the ethical side of things. And there's Cowspiracy, which is coming out soon, and that is about more of the environmental aspect of it. Other resources include Rich Roll's podcasts. He often interviews people who are following a plant-based lifestyle. I encourage you also to just check out my Facebook page and like it, so that if you're on Facebook, you also get my updates on anything that I eat, if you want ideas, and also some other links and other pages that you might want to check out. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!